Thanks for joining us. We started a New Hope Elementary School, where education officials say a relatively new teaching tool is helping more students conquer reading.
Beach, team, beat, read, see, finish, see, clean.
What we're seeing is huge improvements in our children's ability, not only to read, but to understand the patterns of reading. So their knowledge is beyond being able to read the words, but when they come to a word they don't know, they have the tool to decode that word.
Sonnesyn Elementary School has been using a program called Bridge to Read for several years now. Principal Mary Jane Adams says the free program offers coaching and support for teachers in the classroom. The first batch of students using the program saw a 15% increase in proficiency over 2 years. The school hosted Minnesota Education Commissioner Willie Jett to showcase its successes. He said the program's benefits extend beyond students.
But today I also paid attention to the impact on the teaching staff within the building, the adults in the building, in terms of the profound effect and the joy that they're sensing and that they're experiencing.
Jett says the program has also been effective at other schools within the state. A shooting in Brooklyn Park led to an arrest Wednesday in Crystal. Police say a suspect in that shooting is a juvenile. Officers arrested a 17-year-old boy in Crystal on Wednesday morning. Police say he's connected to an early morning shooting last month near an apartment complex. The shooting sent a man to the hospital with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. No motive was given for the shooting. The Brooklyn Center City Council followed up on a promise it made 3 years ago after the Daunte Wright shooting. The council approved the creation of a Community Safety and Violence Prevention Commission this week. It's a 7-member advisory body that will make recommendations on public safety practices and policies. All of the voting members must have previous contact with the public safety, judicial, or public health system. The commission's first meeting is planned for next spring. The council approved the creation of the commission in a 3-2 vote. A local organization that helps to promote businesses in Plymouth and other West Metro suburbs now has a new name. The organization, formerly known as the Greater Wayzata Area Chamber of Commerce, is now called the Wayzata West Metro Chamber. The rebranding coincides with the additions of Plymouth and Minnetonka. Both cities joined the chamber last year. Former Plymouth Mayor Judy Johnson, who's on staff at the Wayzata West Metro Chamber, says the new name will help local businesses build even stronger connections with their neighbors.
And we've got a number of businesses in Plymouth from all different kinds of sectors. But what this does is really says, yes, we're your local chamber. And yes, we have a partnership with the city of Plymouth. And yes, we're here to help you grow and expand your network and provide some professional development.
The chamber currently has more than 400 members. To help recognize the new name, the chamber is hosting a celebration on Thursday, December 12th at the Wayzata Country Club. In Golden Valley, a remarkable show of teamwork was on full display. About 200 Allianz Life employees formed an assembly line to load box after box of donated food and clothing to be delivered to several local charities. Allianz employees ended up raising $100,000 for charity. That means 15,000 pounds of food and clothing. The effort is needed as there's been a 20% increase in demand at food shelves this year.
Every year for Spirit of Giving, our employees get really excited. They come up with really creative ways to help raise money. They know there's a lot of need for food and basic needs in the community, and they want to come together to support it.
This donation is incredibly important. There is a significant uptick in the number of people who are accessing the food shelf. We are very busy. So having this variety of food being donated, especially during the holiday season, make a big difference in the lives of thousands of families.
While Prism Food Shelf is based in Golden Valley, it serves everyone. Last year, more than 25,000 people visited its food shelf from 125 different cities. A Park Center senior has a lot going for her, including a scholarship to a prestigious university next year. In today's Standout student, meet Meria, an international baccalaureate student at Park Center who has her eyes on the future. In the classroom, some students just come alive. This IB class at Park Center is looking back on and learning from the past. And for many, history is making their futures possible.
I feel like I can learn a lot from them, but also at the same time, I feel like they can learn a lot from me.
Senior Meria feels she has a lot to thank Park Center for as her future comes into focus.
So the news is I got a full ride into Stanford University next fall.
She got in through QuestBridge, a scholarship program for high-achieving students with low-income backgrounds.
I was able to do that for my family. that they don't have to pay as much for me.
An achievement that was surprising, but for her teachers, expected of the full IB student.
I knew she could do it.
2 of Maria's teachers wrote her letters of recommendation.
She's just an amazing human being and somebody that I know is going to do amazing things with her life. Like, her life is just beginning.
Meria is humble, prepared, driven, really kind, helper, leader. She's just an exemplar student and human.
The second one pushed her to apply, but she says from then on, the work was all Maria's.
She's somebody that I will always remember.
But Meria points the credit back to those who lifted her up in the IB program and beyond. And now she'll spread her wings.
I've been here my whole life. I think I just want to expand and grow somewhere far away from my family.
Meria plans to study English at Stanford. And if you're interested, we'll post more details about the Quest Bridge program at ccxmedia.org.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
They'll likely be 2 of the top teams in the area by season's end, but the Wayzata and Maple Grove boys basketball teams haven't gotten off to great starts. Wayzata came in 1-2 and Maple Grove 0-1 as they met Tuesday. Chaz Moots has highlights.
The Trojans beat Prior Lake and lost to Orono and Totino Grace. Maple Grove dropped their season opener to Edina. First half, the Crimson in transition, they do a great job of sharing the rock. 5 passes, just 2 dribbles around the horn. Ball ends up back in the hands of Keegan Harney for one of his 3 triples and 18 points scored. A couple minutes later, Maple Grove with some great defense. Henry Knutson gets a steal, takes it down the other end of the floor. Nice finish, Crimson up 14-11. Trojans got going after that. Nolan Anderson ripped baseline, flush from the big man. That gives Wayzata a spark. Not long after, Christian Wiggins off a screen, square up 3-ball, and the foul. Wiggins poured in a game-high 29 points. Next possession for Maple Grove, Wiggins gets a hand on Harney's 3. He eventually gets it back, then dishes to Wyatt Macbeth, and one finish. The Trojans led at halftime, 43-38. After the break, more from Wayzata and more from Anderson, this time from the perimeter. Behind the back, step back 3, buried it. Anderson had 16. Babu Ann trying to get the Crimson back in the game. Step through in the paint, underhand English. He scored 14 points, but not enough. Isaac Olmstead hit a couple threes in the second half, and the Trojans run away with a 90-63 win. In Maple Grove, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
Breck broke through to win its first state title in boys basketball last season, capturing the Class 2A crown. The Mustangs lost some great talent to graduation, but they'll be formidable again. They hosted one of 3A's top teams, Benilde St. Margaret's, Tuesday. Benilde St. Margaret's, rated 6th in Class 3A, makes the short trip up Highway 100 to face Breck, ranked 2nd in 2A, in a big boys basketball matchup. D'Angelo Dungy drives and hits the jumper in the lane as Breck leads early 6-4. Dungy with a team-high 14 points. But Benilde takes over. Jaleel Donnelly buries a long 3 on his way to a 13-point game, and the Red Knights go in front. Jalen Wilson pops a 3 from the other side. The Northern Iowa recruit scores a game-high 21 for BSM. TJ Stutley drives to the hoop and finishes the tough basket. His free throw makes it 24-10, 19 for Stutley. Donnelly threads a great pass through to Wilson for 2 more. Damian Johnson and the Red Knights lead 35-20 at the half. Second half and Breck on the break. JP Masoki throws down the big jam, but they never really get back in it. Miles Newton battles through foul trouble. This dunk part of a 9-point game, well below his early average. It's Benilde's night. Donnelly swoops in for the layup as Benilde St. Margaret's beats Breck 74-51 to improve to 3-0. Champlain Park Coon Rapids has faced a very tough schedule in the early going in girls hockey. They came into Tuesday's game with a 5-4 mark with all of the losses to top 10 teams as they met Osseo Park Center. Osseo Park Center in gray hosting Champlain Park Coon Rapids in girls hockey. OPC strikes, Charlotte Olajar shoots, and Ashlyn Hoffman with a great deflection, a power play goal, and the Stars lead 1-0 less than 5 minutes in. They keep that lead until deep into the second. CPCR answers with a similar goal as Taylor Zahalka shoots and Sydney Bernovic deflects it in to tie the score 1-1. Just over a minute later, Lily McKenzie has it knocked away, but Tessa Bowden is there to snap it high glove side for a goal. The Bluebirds take the lead. Despite being badly outshot, OPC hangs in it, but Champlain Park Coon Rapids pulls away. They get a couple of whacks at it in close before Bernovic shovels the rebound in for a 3-1 lead in the third. And CPCR adds an insurance goal as Nola Milton finds Bowden, who makes a nice move to score. Champlain Park Coon Rapids skates to a 4-1 win over Osseo Park Center. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.